What people don't want nobody better than them. One Brian Lara to be the best batsman in the West Indies forever. But not England, they don't want that. They pick 14 and 15 year old to compete for
Good morning, everyone. The news from the ground is that St. Elizabeth Technical have won the toss and have decided to bat first.
Kyrie! Let's show Kyrie.
So there's a delayed start to the game. However, we're expecting to start at 11:30. And the news from Manchester High School is that STETHS, having won the toss and have opted to bat first. Where you there? Why, if you can come, I prefer you come. No, no, me just want you, because your son is not going to be beside me, so me don't want you to be beside him. Alright. May I ask him for score, so I'm all the way the two scores in there.
Yeah, man, I'm thinking about score, man. We need to show him how to score properly.
So good morning again and welcome to Manchester High School, where we are here for the second round match, the second match in the group 2 between St. Elizabeth Technical out of St. Elizabeth and Taki High School out of St. Mary. So we are off to a late start. The match has been reduced to 8 overs per team. Taki High School out of St. Mary. So we're off to a late start. The match has been reduced to. So I can tell you my colleague, Mr. Stanford Davis, he has a chat. There's a medical emergency, and unfortunately he is not here at the time. So I'm doing a solo for the moment. So Mr. Davis, who should be the commentator today, and I should be the cameraman. Unfortunately, Mr. Davis cannot be here, so we'll be providing the commentaries, and you'll realize that we'll not be able to follow the ball. Hopefully, Mr. Davis will be able to make it, so then I will be the cameraman and he will be on commentary. So for the time being, I please hope that you will understand, but I will be on commentary, and more or less the camera will be still. But we trust that you will see us quite clearly, and I will describe the field. I will tell you that there is a third man. There's a third man, a backward pointer cover, extra cover. There's a long off. There's a mid on. There's a mid wicket. There's a backward square leg, and there's a short fine leg. So it appears that only one is outside the circle. First delivery. And Brian covers up and played it back to the bowler, and there is no run. So there's a strong breeze across the ground right now as we about to get going in this Group 2 second round match. Either STETHS won the toss and choose to bat. Up bowls, and he plays it into the covers. No run. The score remains at none for none. Rick Van, is he? He's over the wicket to Brian, pitched up, guide away down to third man, and the fielder collects, and there only one run. So one more to the one. So there. I'm trying to be in it alone, that I'm alone today. Unfortunately, I really hope that Mr. Davis will be able to come. So what I just try to make the field as big as possible without compromising the ball. So one without loss, STETHS winning the toss and choosing to bat. We are live here at Manchester High School. There are two matches today. This is Match. Driven into the onside by Brian. Fielder made a meal of it and allows the batsman to come back for two more to the total, 3 without loss. So hopefully Mr. Davis will be able to get here. As I said, there's a little challenge that he's having. So once Mr. Davis is here, I'll be able to follow the ball. Outside the half stump, Bryans allows it to go through. That's the end of over number 1. So, end of over number 1. So we are up and running. St. Elizabeth Technical, 4 without loss. Renford the bowler. So Binns, Odain Binns and Tariq Bryan. Remind you that the match had been reduced to 8 overs per team. We have a new young scorer today, so probably, but we'll get through it. I must tell you, you are probably still seeing 20 overs, but I'm telling you, it has reduced to 8 overs per team. So TD and Noan is going to pick up the bowling for Taki from the northern end of the ground. He will be bowling from the market end of the ground. So as soon as Mr. Davis arrives, our commentator will be able to provide you with follow the ball for you and also to provide the live commentary. As the Binns play that into the offside and they go through for a quick singer. The score moves up to 5 without loss. St. Elizabeth Technical High School winning the toss and batting. They are 5 without loss after 1.1 overs. Binns is on 2. Tariq Bryan, who made that wonderful double 100 in the Spalding Cup playoff, the captain of STETHS, he comes into strike, and I will give you the feel. There's a short third man backward point cover. There's a long off. There's a short mid wicket, a man on the deep mid wicket boundary, a man backward of square leg, and a man at short fine leg. Noyan bowls, that one popped. Binns looking for the singer, but they are quickly onto it, and the score remains at 5 without loss. No one bowls to Brian, and Brian hit this in the air over the top. Big shot, 6 runs into the side screen, and that's the first big shot, 11th without loss. Good shot by Brian. He moves up to 9. That was a lovely shot. Pitched up, no one pitched up, and he into the drive and hit it straight dead back over the bowler head into the side screen for 6. St. Elizabeth Technical High School, they are 11 without loss in over number 2. A nice little shot there. No one bowls to Brian down the leg side. Look to flick. The wide signal by the umpire. Good stop by the keeper. We flicked across. Good stop. 12 now without loss. Current run rate is 7.33. Noyan bowls to Brian, and Brian drives in the air, over cover, work for the long off fielder who comes across, misfield, it goes into the boundary for 4. Bad bit of fielding there. He did not bend at the knee or bend at the hip and allow the ball to pass and goes into the long off boundary for 4. 15 without loss. That was a bad miss. He should have stopped that one. He just needed to bend at the hip and bend at the knee. And 4 runs there. No one comes in now to bowl to Brian. Brian dug out a good delivery. The man at short mid-wicket bat it down, and there's no run. Well, you saw that on the screen there. Good work there. So the images are coming through nice and clear. I apologize again for the absence of Mr. Davis. There was a medical situation that he had to attend to this morning. Not him, but I'll say no more on that. But hopefully it will sort out. And, you know, both of us work together. He's the commentator. I am the one on the camera to follow the ball and so on. So I apologize for not following the ball at this moment. No one to Brian. Brian played that down the outside of the pitch. The mid-on can't stop the single. One more to the total. 1 more to the total. 17 without loss at the end of number 2. 17 without loss. So good. So at the end of over number 2, STETHS winning the toss and batting are 17 without loss, with Odain Binns on 2 and Tyreek Bryan on 14. 17 without loss at the end of over number 2. You ready? We have very good news. Very good news here is that the man have arrived, sir. I knew that you had a little challenge this morning, so I'm very happy that you have arrived. Now I can go and follow the ball. So after this over, you'll be hearing from the man himself, Mr. Stanford Davis. So happy to have you here, sir.
Happy to be here too, sir.
All right. So let's watch Renford. Bowls to Binns, and Binns swings and misses. The keeper didn't call it, but he stopped it from passing him. And so the score remains at 19 without loss. Run over number 3. 3 to coming over number 3. So very soon you'll be able to. Very soon you'll be able to hop the coverage by following the ball as much as we can. So let's over the wicket. Balls and hit it in the air, but the middle fielder, Mr. Davis, I know you are trying to get your composure, but the middle fielder there should have made a better effort.
Well, he has made 2 6 in a short time here. The first one hit him on the knee, and yesterday that should have been over. And this one he should have made an effort to try and catch it.
Yes.
His name is what? Walker?
Walker. Balls to Brian. Brian stroke it to mid-off. Cover and he's out caught. So Mr. Davis, you have brought the wicket. Yes, also Taki have picked up their first wicket. Brian getting a full toss and stroking it straight to the man at cover. So Brian is out. He made 15. So Tariq Brian gone for 15. So Brian gone for 15. He was caught by no one off the bowling of Renford for 15. He faced 13 deliveries, 1-4-1-6. He spent 15 minutes at the crease. So Tariq Brian gone for 15 from 13 deliveries, 1-4-1-6. STETHS winning the toss and batting are 20-1 after 2.5 overs. So the new batsman is Ryan Littleton. So Renford to bowl to Littleton. He bowls and Littleton cut this away down to the cover boundary for 4. Full toss and he just slapped it away down to the boundary for 4. The score goes up now to 24 for 1 at the end of the over. And the next voice you'll hear will be that of Mr. Stanford Davis. So at the end of the over, St. Elizabeth Technical are 24 for 1.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Manchester High School. It is cricket, lovely cricket here at Manchester High School. St. Elizabeth Technical High School versus Taki High School. Taki all the way from St. Mary, and of course STETHS is from St. Elizabeth. And you're watching cricket, lovely cricket here at Manchester High School. Beautiful day, beautiful weather. And of course, the only challenge we have here, we need some more spectators. That seems to be the cry. I thought for T20 on a Saturday, we'd have a good crowd here at Manchester High School. Perhaps if the home team was playing, it would have been better. But just to let you know that they're only playing 8 overs in this match, and St. Elizabeth Technical, they won the toss, selected to bat. They are 24 for 1 at the end of 3 overs. The batsman now, Tariq Brian, he was caught by Nolan of the bowling of Brentford for 15. So the score is 24 for 1, and we are in the 4th over. It's Noyan who's bowling, and he just bowled to bins, and there was some misfield there, and they got a single. The score goes up to 25 for 1. Today, Noyan, he'll be bowling to Ryan Littleton. Littleton is on 4 from 1 delivery. He'll be facing his second delivery, taking his guard from the umpire at this time. And Noyan will be coming from the northern end. As in he comes now, begin to move in. Passes the umpire, bowls, full pitch delivery, and it hits straight down the ground towards the field at long on. They take 1. And they're thinking of a second, but that's all they will be. And the score goes up to 26 for 1. We're in over number 4, 26 for 1. Remember, it's only 8 overs. Steady Nguyen coming up now. And he'll be bowling to Bins. Full pitch delivery, hits it out towards the backward point boundary, goes towards the boundary, fielder comes around, he's chasing, it goes into the boundary, 4 runs. And that's a lovely shot by Bins there. Well, not getting the full face of the bat, but he was able to get it down to squarish third man and into the boundary. 4 runs. 4 lovely runs. Important runs here for St. Elizabeth Technical. The score goes up to 30 for 1. 30 for 1, and we're in over number 4. 30 for 1. St. Elizabeth Technical. Remember, they won the toss and they batted first. That's 30 for 1. As Nguyen gets ready again. Passes the umpire. Right arm, medium pace, bowls, full pitch delivery, and he hits it down towards the outside, down to the fielder. And the catch is dropped. As a matter of fact, it goes for 6 runs. Oh my goodness me. That should have been taken. And it went through his hands, and it went not for 4, but for 6. That is rubbing salt into the wound of Taki High School. That should have been taken, and the bowler must be very, very disappointed, not to mention the fielder. And you can see the dejection around the field as each fielder is just looking on and saying, my, what difference this would have made. And it is the danger man Bins who was dropped. 36 for 1. As Nguyen comes in again, bowls to Bins. Full pitch delivery, Yorker, well bowled, dug out by Bins. A very good delivery. Very good comeback delivery after being hit for 6, even though the 6 could have been out. And the score remains on 36 for 1. Bins is on 14 from 8. Ryan Littleton is on 5 from 2. And of course, the batsman out was the skipper, Tyreek Bryan, who was out for 15. 36 for 1 here at Manchester High School. 8 overs per side because Taki arrived late, and therefore we had a late start as Nguyen comes in now, bowls to Bins, and it's a good length delivery, pushes it into the outside, and they go through for a single. It's fielded there, and the score moves up to 37 for 1. And that's the end of over number 4. So at the end of over number 4, St. Elizabeth Technical, 37 for 1. 37 for 1, a current run rate of 9.25.
37 for 1 at the end of over number 4. They are going at 9.25 runs per over. 37 for 1.
And of course, it's a new bowler who will be bowling. I think it's Davante Miller, is the new bowler. That will be coming on from the southern end, Davante Miller, and he will be bowling to Bins, who is on 15 from 9. Littleton is on 5 from 2. So it is Miller who will be bowling to Odin Bins. And much of STETHS scoring here rests on Bins, because if he goes, you know, the rest of the STETHS batting is suspect. And they have already lost their prolific skipper. Their skipper who made 15. And of course, that's Tyreek Bryan. But it's Miller now, comes in bowls with delivery, and they push in the offside. He takes a quick single, and that's all they will be. The score goes up to 38 for 1. And this partnership is crucial for St. Elizabeth Technical High School. As you know, only 8 overs, and they're in the 5th over. Not much to go. So they will have to start the happy hunting from now, as Miller turns now, comes in, bowls to Littleton. Wide delivery on the leg side, and that delivery there was down the leg side, and the batsman went as full pitch. He made a swing and it missed it, hits him in the pad, and there is no run. There's a slight side-foot appeal for a leg before, but that was definitely going down the leg side. But it's a dot ball, and that is very important in T20 and more important in T8. So it's That ball is gold now. Very important. As Miller, 2 deliveries so far, just 1 run. Begins to move in. Over the wicket now he bowls. Full pitch delivery again and hits it down to long on, and they take 1 and well fielded there. And that's all they'll get. Just a single. Very good over so far from Miller. Just 3 runs coming of it. Very good over so far. And the score moves up to 39 for 1. We're in over number 5. 39 for 1. St. Elizabeth Technical High School winning the toss and batting here. Just to let you know that the overs have been reduced to 8 per side rather than the 20 overs. So very reduced because we have another match coming up later on. And as a result of that, we have to, as Miller comes in now, and he bowls to Littleton and he swings and misses. Bins, he swings and misses. Goes towards, beats the keeper, goes down towards the boundary, goes into the boundary now, and 4 signal by the umpire. 4-run signal. It's got a touch somewhere on the bat, so it's 4-run signal. Thought it was biased, but it's 4 runs. So the score moves up to 43 for 1. And we're in over number 4, 4.4 overs. St. Elizabeth Technical, 43 for 1. Bins move up to 20 from 11. Littleton is on 6 from 4. And we're getting closer. It's excitement here as we're in over number 5. Just 3 to go after this. As Miller turns now, begin to move in. Passes the umpire now and bowls. Full pitch delivery, hit it on to long off. Powerfully struck and well fielded. And they only got a single. That was well fielded. It was powerfully struck down to mid-off, but it was well fielded there. And the score goes up to 44 for 1. And we're in over number 5. 4.5 overs completed so far. Ryan Littleton is on 6. He comes into strike now as Miller turns, comes in, passes the umpire, bowls, full pitch delivery, and he hits it in the air. Fielders coming around. Will he take? Goes over the boundary. 6 runs. A lovely shot there by Littleton. 6 runs. And of course, this over that started with just 2 of the first 3 deliveries have moved on. And the score moves on to 50. And St. Elizabeth Technical, full toll on that. Well done by Littleton. Hits it for 6. And the score goes up to 50 for 1 of 5 overs. They're going at 10 per over. And the projected rate, of course, is that they continue at this 10, which we expect them to accelerate. It would be 80 of the 10 overs. But let's see what will happen because the dangerous Odin Bins is still there. They have lost their skipper, Tyreek Bryan. So at the end of over number 5, St. Elizabeth Technical winning the toss and batting in this match that has been reduced to 8 overs. They are 50 for 1 with Littleton on 12 from 5 and Odin Bins on 21 from 12.
STETHS 50 for 1 at the end of 5 overs. 50 for 1.
Okay, and a new bowler coming on now. I can see that's Ennis. Ennis will be coming from the northern end. That's Ian Ennis from the northern end. Playing for Taki for some time now. Experienced campaigner. And he will be coming from the northern end. And he will be bowling to Odin Bins. Bins, who is on 21. As in he comes now. Short run up, medium pace ball, short delivery, hits it through the offside. It goes towards the boundary. 2 fielders coming around. They will not catch it today. I have my doubts about tomorrow, not to mention next week. It goes into the boundary now. 4 runs, 54 for 1. We are in over number 6. And the first delivery here, Bins have been punished. She is guilty of bowling short. And you can't do that when you're bowling to Bins. So Ennis bowling short there and Bins on the back foot punched it to the offside into the boundary all along the ground. I love the shot there. He moves on to 25 from 13. The score is 54 for 1. St. Elizabeth Technical as Ennis turns now, bowls. Short delivery and he hits it down towards backward square leg. It goes into the boundary. 4 runs. My goodness me. And the score moves up to 58 for 1. A very expensive over so far. Very expensive over from Ennis so far. Just 2 deliveries and it is 8 runs. 58 for 1 and Bins quickly move on 29. Yes. So it's the skipper, Ennis, who came on to take matter in his hands. 2 deliveries, 8 runs. He comes in now, bowls to Bins, and that's on the leg side. He flicks it down towards backward square. They take 1. It's fielded there. Thinking first, they're going for a very quick second, and they got it easily because the 2 fielders got confused. It was not sure which one should pick it up, and in the end, they got 2 runs easily, taking the score up to 60. And that's what happens when you put pressure on the fielders. And the score moves up now to 60 for 1. And that's 10 of 3 deliveries so far. 2 fours and a 2. as Ennis now turns on the northern end. Short run up to the wicket now, bowls to Binns. Full pitch delivery and he hits it through the outside. They take one. The fielder comes around. They're thinking of a second and they're going through for a second. The throw comes in, a wild throw over the head of the keeper. And they're going for a third. And they get it quite easily. That is excellent running here by St. Elizabeth Technical, putting the pressure on the fielders. And the fielders, of course, feeling the pressure, throwing the ball way over the keeper's head. And they turn for a third. 3 runs, well taken, well done, St. Elizabeth Technical High School. The score moves up to 6-3 for 1. And Littleton comes in to strike to face his first delivery from Ennis, the captain. As he comes in now, bowls to Littleton, full pitch delivery, swings at it, misses it. It goes through, the keeper stops it with his pad. They thought of taking a bye, but they changed their mind. And the score remains on 63 for 1. The first dot ball in that over. It was a good length delivery, and Littleton swings at it, misses completely. The keeper didn't take cleanly. It ricocheted into the onside, and they did not get a run. The score remains on 63 for 1, 5.5 overs. They're going at 10.80 as Ennis now comes in to bowl to Littleton. Good delivery, swings at it, goes through to be taken by the keeper. A very good delivery here, and the score remains on 63 for 1. And that, of course, was a much better delivery that Ennis bowled than when he started. So at the end of over number 6, St. Elizabeth Technical winning the toss and batting. They are 63 for 1 with Littleton on 12 from 7, O'Dane Binns on 34 from 16.
So that's 63 for 1 after 6 overs. STETHS winning the toss and batting 63 for 1. That's 10.5 runs per over.
And of course, Miller will continue from the southern end. Remember, Miller bowled just 1 over for 13 runs. And his figure was spoilt by the last delivery he bowled, which Littleton hit him for 6. So let us see what he will do now. Miller, he'll be bowling to Binns. Binns is on 34 from 16, going at 212 strike rate. And Littleton going at 171.5 strike. In comes Miller, bowl, short delivery. He hits it in the air. The fielder comes around. It bounces once, and they take a single. They are thinking of a second, but that would have been dangerous. And they settle for 1. That's 1 run. And of course, it went to the fielder, who is struggling in his fielding. A young man, name is Walker. Yes, and he's struggling 3 times now. I've watched him. First ball hit off his foot. The second one, he could have gone for a catch. He waited, and this one now bounced out of his hand. I'm not sure if it's me following him or the ball, but they have made a change, and they have moved him from the position where he was, and they have put a tall young man, Murphy. Not related to Eddie Murphy, but in comes Miller now, up to the wicket, bowls, and he hits this one for 6. That's a magnificent shot. That goes for 6 without saying. That was a lovely shot there. He just got underneath it and hit it for 6 runs. That's Littleton hitting that one for 6 over long on. That was a lovely shot. The score goes up to 70 for 1, and we're in over number 7. That's 6.2 overs, and the Littleton is on 18. O'Dane Binns on 35, and remember, it's only 8 overs, so this is the penultimate over here with 4 deliveries to go in this over. Legitimate deliveries, that is. And then we have 1 over after that. They're still searching for the ball. They're still searching. It's an easy place to find a ball. Just some grass there. They should find it, and they have found it. So it is 70 for 1, 6.2 overs. Just to remind you that we are here live at Manchester High School, of course, in the parish of Manchester, in cool Mandeville. And we have a slight overcast here, and it's nice and cool day to be playing cricket. It's perfect weather for cricket, and we invite you to come on down, because this is not the only match for today. So it is the 2024 ISSA Super 8 T20. Miller bowls Littleton a full pitch delivery, a slower delivery, and he swings everything at it. And because the ball was slower delivery, he was deceived in the flight, and it hits and goes down towards backwards square leg there, and they get 1 run. That was a very well disguised slower ball there, and Littleton, he swung everything at it, and good delivery there from Miller. The score goes up to 71 for 1, and it brings Binns into strike. Binns, who is on 35 from 17. And the strike rate of Littleton has gone up to 211, even better than Binns, who is at 205. It is 71 for 1 here. Remember, it's 8 overs. We're in over number 7 as Miller turns from the southern end up to the wicket now and bowls. And my goodness me, he swings everything at that Binns and he misses completely. And it goes so close to the stump and goes through to the keeper. Did not take cleanly, but he stopped it and prevented any run. The score remains 71 for 1. 71 for 1. We're in over number 7. It is St. Elizabeth Technical who won the toss and they have decided to bat as Miller comes in now up to the wicket and bowls to Binns who moves across his stump and hit it to the outside to the fielder and it goes over his head and my goodness touches his hand and goes into the boundary for 4. Is it at the same fielder? I cannot believe it. It is the same little fielder. The ball is following him. Wherever he goes, the ball goes. And wherever he goes and the ball comes there, he says, not me. And the ball, that should have been taken. And that takes the score up to 75 for 1. And the captain is a bit confused, not sure where to put this fielder. Wherever he goes, the ball is going to go there. As Miller turns now and comes in, bowls to Binns, and he hits it down towards long off. The same fielder come around, he's going to miss it, and he does, but it is backed up by Murphy, and they come and they got 2 runs. They got 2 runs, and the score goes up to 77 for 1. And that's the end of the over. The end of the over, 77 for 1. End of over number 7. They are going at 11 per over. 1 over to go.
So after 7 overs, STETHS winning the toss and batting are 77 for 1. 77 for 1.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. So 77 for 1. We have completed 7 overs. Very easy calculation. 11 per over.
Binns is on 41 and Littleton. Binns is number 7. Or is Littleton? Okay, Binns is on 41 and Littleton is on 19.
That's correct. And it's the final over. Final over. And it's a new bowler. He bowls short delivery and he hits it down to the fielder and he is caught. He is out, caught. And I think that's Littleton is caught on the boundary. That was the first delivery from the new bowler. A spinner, slow delivery, short, and of course the batsmen are in the happy hour. He has no choice but to go for it, and he was well taken down at long on. Mr. Brown, is that the same fielder who has been dropping? Okay, I'm not sure what it is, but it is well taken, and he is out. So that's Littleton is out. He is. So the score is now 77 for 2. 77 for 2. And Littleton, he was caught by Vassell off the bowling of Boyd. The Boyd just bowled 1 delivery. And he is gone for 19. And Binns is on 41. And the new batsman faces the first delivery and he hits it for 6. That's the wicketkeeper, Hugh Mario Reid, who came down, and the first delivery that he faces, he hits it for 6 runs. And the score goes up to 83 for 2. It is 83 for 2. As Boyd comes in bowls, he hits it down too long off there, thinking of a single. Doesn't take it. It's no run, just 3 deliveries to go. Just 3 deliveries to go. 84 for 2. And it's Binns who is facing. As in comes Boyd, bowls to Binns. Full pitch delivery, goes down the pitch, it hits it through the outside. They take 1, the fielder comes around, well fielded, and they come back for the second quite easily, and they get 2 runs. But good cricket all around there, and the score goes up to 86 for 2. 86 for 2. Just 2 deliveries to go here in the 8th and final over. As Boyd comes in, bowls to Binns, and he's on the back foot. Hit it into the outside. They take 1, and that's all they will be. And that will be the end of Binns facing for today. He will be not out on 44. unless he gets run out. And then Reed now will face the final delivery. Boyd comes in, bowls to Reed, full pitch delivery, and he hits it high and hard. The fielder comes around, he goes into the 6 runs. I love the shot there. What a magnificent shot that was by Reed. Can you believe it? He faced 3 deliveries, 13 runs of 3 deliveries, 93 for 2 of 8 overs. St. Elizabeth Technical scoring at 11.63 per over, and Taki will need 94 runs to win in 8 overs. And Binns, 44 not out from 22. Reed, that's Hugh Mario Reed, 13 not out from 3 deliveries, hitting 2 sixes. Binns, 44 not out from 22 deliveries, 5 fours and 1 6. So that's the end of the innings. St. Elizabeth Technical 93 for 2 with Tyreek Bryan, the captain. He was caught by Tede Noyan, bowled by Renford for 15. He faced 13 deliveries at 1 4 and 1 6. Oden Binns not out 44, 22 deliveries. Ryan Littleton, he was caught by Chadwick Vassar, bowled by Boyd for 19. And Hugh Mario Reed, he was not out for 13 from 3 deliveries. 93 for 2, and of course, Tacky, they will need 94 to win in 8 overs.
So STETHS winning the toss and batting, they made 93 for 2 of their 8 overs. 93 for 2. Tyreek Bryan, when caught by T.D. Anon off the bowling of Rick Van Renford for 15, he faced 13 deliveries, hit 1 4 1 6. Oden Binns not out 44 from 22 deliveries, 5 fours, 1 6. Ryan Littleton caught Chadwick Vassar, bowled Siobhan Boyd for 19, 10 deliveries to 1 4 2 sixes. And Mario Reed, he made 13 from 3 deliveries, 2 sixes. So St. Elizabeth Technical 93 for 2. Bowling for Taki, Renford 2 overs, no maiden, 1 for 11. TD 1, 2 overs, no maiden, none for 26. Devante Miller, 2 overs, no maiden, none for 27. Ian Ellis, the captain, he bowled 1 over for 13 runs, and Siobhan Boyd, 1 over for 16 runs, 1 wicket. So that's the situation here at Manchester High School. St. Elizabeth Technical winning the toss and batting. They made 93 of their 8 overs.
Yeah. What happened? You should have gone in the settings and changed it to 8. That would have been easy. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back. We are here at Manchester High School, and we are getting ready for the second innings of this first match between St. Elizabeth Technical High School from Santa Cruz in St. Elizabeth and from Gale in St. Mary. We have the Taki High School. And just to let you know that St. Elizabeth Technical High School, they won the toss and they elected to bat. They made 93 for 2 with Humara Reed not out on 13 and Odain Beans not out on 44. Just I'm going to give you a little update and details for those of persons who are just joining us. Tyreek Bryan, he was the first to go. He was caught by Teddy Noyan, bowled by Renford for 15. He made 15 from 13 deliveries, 1-4 and 1-6, strike rate 115.38, and he batted for 15 minutes. Then the next man to go was Ryan Littleton. He was caught by Chadwick Vassell, bowled by Chevron Boyd for 19. He faced 10 deliveries, 1-4, 2-6, strike rate 190. He batted for 20 minutes. And we have Odain Beans. He was not out for 44 from 22 deliveries, 5-4s, 1-6, strike rate of 200. He batted for 46 minutes. And Humario Reed, he only faced 3 deliveries and he was not out for 13, hitting 2 sixes. And there were 2 extras which came from 2 wides. And so St. Elizabeth Technical, 93 for 2 of their 8 overs. Bowling for Tacky, we have Brentford who bowled 2 overs, no maiden, 11 runs, 1 wicket, and he bowled 6 dot balls. Teddy Noyan, he bowled 2 overs, no maiden, 26 runs, no wicket, 3 dot balls. And then we have Davante Miller, 2 overs, no maiden, 27 runs, no wicket, 2 dot balls. Ian Ennis, skipper, 1 over, no maiden, 13 runs, no wicket, 2 dot balls. And Chevron Boyd, 1 over, no maiden, 16 runs, 1 wicket. So St. Elizabeth Technical, 93 for 2. That's 93 for 2 of 8 overs. And we are now going to start with the response that is going to come from Taki. They need 94 runs to win. They need 94 to win in 8 overs. And that's what we are going to be doing now. We're going to have the Taki team who will be batting now. And we are going to be having, of course, some St. Elizabeth Technical High School. Just a reminder that they need 94 runs to win. Just 94 to win in 8 overs. I say just, but that's a very good total in 8 overs. Okay, so that was the first delivery that was bowled. That's the first delivery we have. So Silvera just bowled 1 delivery, and the batsman swinged at it, missed, and it went through to be taken by the keeper. That's Davante Miller, who bowled, and now he's opening the bat. As Silvera comes in, bowls to Miller, and he hits it in the outside. A lovely shot, but it's fielded there. They go through for a quick single. It's well fielded, but that was always on. The single was always on. So the score is now 1 without loss. 1 without loss. That is Taki High School. 1 without loss. Remember Silvera, Adrian Silvera, and he is coming from the southern end. Adrian Silvera, left arm pace bowler, coming from the southern end. He has bowled 2 deliveries so far. And Taki, as Silvera now turns. begins to move in. Bowling to skipper Ennis. And he swings at it and it goes down to short fine leg and they get a single. That was an inside edge and it goes quickly down to short fine leg, but they went through quickly for the single. The required rate for this match, of course, currently is 11.74. The score is 3 without loss. That's Taki. They are 3 without loss. 2 deliveries bowled so far. The first one was a no ball, was an extra. So the score is 3 without loss here at Manchester High School. And they need 91 runs to win. That is Taki High School. As Silvera turns now, begin to move in. Comes in, passes the umpire, bowls to Ennis. And he hits it in the air, high and hard. High and hard. And that is struck lovely. That's a lovely shot, high and hard. And that ball has been sent to the college, to Church Teachers College. And he's sending that ball for tertiary education. Ian Ennis hitting Asian Silvera. Straight drive, high and hard for 6, right over to Church Teachers College. And he's saying to him, ball, you better go to for tertiary education. A magnificent shot there from Ennis, the left-hander, the skipper for Tacky. And the score goes up to 9 without loss. We are still in the first over. And the third umpire is going out with the box of balls because that one has gone to college. So it's 9 without loss here at Manchester High School. Excitement gallery. That was a magnificent shot by Ian Ennis. So it was a full pitch delivery by the left-handed bowler, Adrian Silvera. Very experienced bowler, plays for his school, plays for the parish of Manchester. And that was a full pitch delivery. And he hit that one high and hard. It went over to Church Teachers College. And this is what Ian Ennis is saying to Silvera. I'm going to send your ball to college, as I plan to do with you later on. As Silvera now with a new ball in his hand. Turns now, passes the umpire, bowls, full pitch release, swings at it again, and it goes in the answer, it goes over for a quick single. The fielder comes around, shies at the stump, misses it, misses the keeper. They go back and for overthrows and they take a second one, and it's all shambles here. It's all shambles here, and of course we can hear the coach on the side there, Mr. Price, not very pleased with their running. I know that Ian Ennis has a history of running out somebody, so that is why the coach is so nervous. The score is 11 without loss, no harm done. We are still in the first over and the score is 11 without loss. As Silvera now comes in, bowls to Miller, full pitch delivery, and he drives it through the offside. And it's fielded on the boundary there. They take one, they're thinking about, they're a bit confused. They're going for one, they turn the thing, and they're confused. And in the end, they get a single, and the score goes up to 12 without loss at the end of just 5 deliveries. This over seemed like a long over. 12 runs without loss of 5 deliveries. It's a little bit of excitement, of course, a little bit of confusion, as these two batsmen are having some challenges with their communication when they're running between the wicket. But Silvera now turns, begin to move in, comes in from the southern end up to the wicket now and bowls, and is forward, pushes it into the offside, and the score now remains and goes up to 13. It is 13 without loss. So that's the end of the first over. And of course you can see Coach Price there. Coach Price very animated at this time, and he's trying to get his batters riled up. They are going well so far, 13 of the first over. And if they continue like this, of course, Tacky will take the winnings down to St. Mary. He's now walking away, probably afraid of the camera. But the score is 13 without loss. It is excitement galore here at Manchester High School, as it is St. Elizabeth Technical against Taki.
13 without loss after 1 over. 13 without loss.
And it is the skipper, Tyreek Brand, who will be bowling the second over here. Tyreek Brand is an off spinner, and he will be bowling from the northern end, and Ennis will be taking strike. That's Ian Ennis, the skipper for Taki High School. He has been at Taki for some time now, and he has played quite a bit of cricket at the different levels. And he'll be facing the bowling of, so it's going to be skipper to skipper, captain to captain. Let us see how he will greet him. As we have a short third man, well, most of the fielders are in. It's a power play. So we just have two fielders out and the middle wicket boundary up here. And he comes now, bowls, and he swings at it. He put everything from St. Mary right back to St. Thomas at that one. He misses, and it goes through to the keeper. As Brian comes in now, bowls to Ennis. Full pitch delivery outside the off stump. And he hits it to the field and it's dropped. Should have taken that one. It's dropped, and they get a single. So the score goes up to 14 without loss. Not much alarm showed there by St. Elizabeth Technical. They seem quite quiet and confident that, okay, that's no big deal. But let us see. That was the third delivery. It was actually the second delivery. They were 14 without loss. They're chasing 94. And we are in over number 2 as Brian comes in now, bowls to Miller. And he's on the back foot, flicks it down towards finally. They take one. They're turning for the second quite easily. The fielder catches up now and throws it back to the keeper. And they get 2 quite easily. That was a short delivery. It was on the back foot. Turn it down to fine leg. The fielder had to chase around from backward square leg. He picks it up and they got 2 runs. And the score now goes up to 16 without loss. 16 without loss. Remember, they're chasing 94 because STETHS made 93 for 2 of their 8 overs. And it is Miller who will be facing. What one thing you notice about the schoolboys, the same persons who bat are the ones who bowl, many all-rounders. Tyreek Bryan opened the bowling, and now the batting, and now he's opened the bowling. And he comes now, bowl, short delivery, and Miller on the back foot, hits it on the outside, they go through for a quick single, and there's an appeal for run out, he's out, run out, the umpire square leg, he's out, run out, my goodness me, they went for a quick single, and as I told you earlier, that Ian Ennis have a history of run out in cricket, and today is no different. He would have disappointed if he wasn't run out. I remember when Mayday High School went down there was a run out, and he came back today, no disappointment, he is running out again. And that is something he has to work on as an experienced cricketer. He gets run out too often, and he's gone, and the score is now 16 for 1 with Ian Ennis run out. And he only made 3 runs from 4 deliveries. And Richardson is a new batsman who is going in. So the score is Taki. They have lost their first wicket via the run-out route with Ian Ennis being run out. They were going for a quick single. It was well fielded and thrown to the keeper. And just with one flash, he took the bails off. And the umpire at square leg said that he was short of his ground, gave him that out, and Ennis is back into the pavilion. The skipper, St. Elizabeth Technical High School, getting their first wicket via the run-out route. And Taki, they are 16 for 1 in over number 2, chasing 93. And the new batsman is Richardson. And Tyreek Bryan, the skipper for St. Elizabeth Technical, comes in now, bowls, full pitch delivery, but he's on the back foot, swings at it, misses, and it goes through to be taken by the keeper. And you'll be better off playing on the front foot for that delivery. As in comes Bryan now. Comes in, bowls, and he swings at it and misses. Wide signal by the umpire. It's wide outside the off stump. Remember, this is a T8 match, and therefore there's not much margin for error. As Bryan comes in now, and he comes, bowls to Richards, and he hits it in the air. The fielder's coming towards it, and it bounces just before that they take one. They're thinking of a second, but he just lobs the throw in, and they get a single to take the score up to 17 for 1 at the end of 18 for 1 at the end of over number 2. They're going now at 9 per over. Remember, they need 94 runs to win. So the score is 18 for 1 at the end of over number 2. 18 for 1, chasing 93 to tie 94 to win. So it's 18 for 1 at the end of 2 overs. The batsman out was Ian Ennis. He was run out for 3.
18 for 1 after 2 overs. Taki in reply to 93 made by STETHS. 18 for 1.
So the new bowler who replaces Silvera is Brown. That's Kevon Brown. He'll be coming from the southern end and he'll be bowling to Richardson. As Brown comes in now, bowls to Richardson. Outside there, so hits it in the air down towards third man. The fielder came around and made a good stop and they get a single that was in the air for most of the way, bounced just in front of the field as he dived across and he was able to stop it, not cleanly, but he prevented what could have been 4 runs and they just get a single. So the score goes up to 19 for 1. We are in over number 3. 19 for 1 in over number 3. Remember, they need just 94 runs to win. And the Duckworth load pass score at this time is 23. So Tacky, they require 75 runs in 35 deliveries. They need 75 runs in 35 deliveries. As in he comes from bowled and it's outside the off stump and the batsman left it alone. And you can hear the umpires in the pavilion signaling wide, but the umpire in the field said it's not. It's a legitimate delivery as Brown comes in now. Bowls and he's bowling. My goodness me, middle stump. He's bowled him all over the place. Devontae Miller bowled by Kevon Brown and he's gone. Devontae Miller bowled by Kevon Brown. It is Tacky, 19 for 2 in over number 3. And they require further 75 runs in 33 deliveries. With 2 of their 2 openers gone, 19 for 2. Taki High School. So it is Jackson, the new batsman that's going out. Jackson, that's Jaquan Jackson. He will be going out now to replace Miller, who was bowled. Okay, so of course we have St. Jago High School. They'll be playing against Clarendon College later on in our second match. I want to welcome some ISSA officials here. We have Mr. George Henry around the place and we have Mr. Christie who's here and we welcome them. And the crowd is getting a little bit bigger now. More persons are coming in. 19 for 2. And Brown will continue. And he will be bowling to the new batsman who is Jaquan Jackson. Jaquan Jackson. And it is Brown. Remember that St. Elizabeth Technical, they made 93 for 2 in their 8 overs. And Kevon Brown comes in now, bowls. And he hits it into the outside and they go for a quick single. And my goodness me, the 2 batsmen are at the same end and the fielder made the mistake this time. Throw it and Mr. Keeper mix up all over, both in fielding and in batting. In the end, at the end of all of that, with everybody scrubbing around, it's a dot ball. That is what you'll see in the scorebook. They got a single? Okay, they got a single. And the score is 20 for 2. Brown bowls and that goes through to be taken by the keeper. Batsman swings and misses. As in he comes now, Brown. And he bowls, short delivery. Hits through the outside. They go for a quick single. The fielder come across, dives and take the pace off the ball. But he did not stop it fully. And it is cleaned up down there at long off. And they get a single. And the score goes up to 21 for 2 at the end of over number 3. That's 21 for 2 at the end of over number 3. The current run rate is 7.06. The required run rate is 14.60. Taki High School, they need 73 runs in 30 deliveries in order to win this match.
So after 3 overs, Taki replying to 93 for 2 made by STETHS. They are 21 for 2.
And they are going at 7 per over, and they will require to double that if they are to win this match. And we have a new bowler coming up now. It will be Jaleel Smith. Jaleel Smith will be coming from the northern end. That's Jaleel Smith, and he'll be bowling to Richards, who is on 3 from 5 deliveries.
The new bowler is Jaleel Smith.
Coming from the northern end. So Smith, he'll be bowling to Richardson. Richardson is on 3. And Tacky, they are 21 for 2 or 3 overs, going at 7 per over. And they require 14 per over. And things have really changed in the last 2 overs. Remember, the first over, they were on par. They were 13 without loss. But things have changed since the spinners came on. But it is Smith now. He's a medium pace bowler. And he comes in now, bowls to Richardson, full pitch delivery, swings at it, wide signal by the umpire. It was a wide signal by the umpire, so the score will move on to 22 for 2. And they require a further 72 runs in 30 deliveries. As Smith, the first delivery was wide, turns now, comes in, and he aborts his run. Dead ball signal by the umpire. The score remains on 22 for 2, all twos. 22 for 2, Taki. And they need a further 72 runs in 30 deliveries. That's a run rate of 14.40. As Smith comes in now, up to the wicket. Bowls, and he aborts his run again. He's not getting it right at all. He's taking over his remarking his run up. That's Smith there, not getting it right. And he didn't feel right, so he stopped. He did the right thing. Just looking around though, the place is getting a little bit cloudy and there is some wind blowing that you can feel some rain breeze in it. As Smith now finally comes up to wicket now and bowls to Richards and full pitch delivery, swings at it outside the off stump, wide signal again by the umpire. So Richardson is having some difficulties there. He has run up 4 times, he has bowled 2 deliveries and both of them are wide. The score goes up to 23 for 2. So in essence, apart from giving away 2 runs, he has not yet really bowled a legitimate delivery. So Taki, they'll be very happy for the way that Smith is going. STETHS will not be so happy. But of course, Taki need much more than that in order to win this match. Skipper spoke to him. I don't know what he told him, but let's see if it works. As Smith now comes up to wicket, bowls to Richardson, full pitch delivery. He hits it in the air, over pointed, going towards the boundary. There are 3 fielders chasing, but none of them will catch it today. I have my doubts about tomorrow and definitely not next week. And the score goes up to 27 for 2. 27 for 2. That was the first legitimate delivery by Smith, and it was struck for 4. So the score is now 27 for 2, and we're in over number 4. And Taki High School, they need 67 runs in 29 deliveries. As Smith comes again, passes the umpire, bowls to Richardson, full pitch delivery again, he swings at it, and he misses this one, and it goes through to be taken by the keeper. A dot ball, a welcome dot ball, and Smith will feel much better in himself at this time. So it is 27 for 2 in response to 93 for 2. Wherever you are, we welcome you to the Cricket Forum, but we'd love for you to come over to Manchester High School to watch cricket, lovely cricket here, as it is schoolboy cricket at its best, T20. And this match is only 8 overs, as Smith now turns, passes the umpire, bowls, and that one, he edges it down towards third man, and they take a single, and that's all they will be. And the score goes up to 28 for 2. And that was a good delivery from Smith. Last 2 deliveries were much better than what he did initially. And so far from this over, we've had 7 runs, 3 legitimate deliveries. He has actually bowled 5 deliveries, but there are 3 legitimate. The first 2 were wide, and he aborted his run 2 times. And let us hope that things will be okay now. Seems to have settled down, as in he comes now. Jaleel Smith up to the wicket now, bowls to Jackson, and he hits it in there over the head of point, goes towards third man. The fielder comes around, feels well. They're coming back for the second, and it's well done. And they're thinking about a third as the fielder fumbles. And of course, they get 2 at the continent now, and our coach is telling them to go for a third, but they thought better of it, and they get 2 runs. And of course, the coach is to our left, that's Coach Bryce right to my left, and he's very animated here, trying to really get his players, his batters on their toes. And the score goes up to 30 for 2. We're still in over number 5. This seems to be quite a long over. If you were to count the 2 wides and the 2 abort in his run, that's 4 additional in terms of time. But Smith now takes his time. Turns begin to move in now. And he bowls to Jackson. Full pitch delivery, and he left it, and a wide signal by the umpire. And that's the 3rd wide of the over. And the score goes up to 31. 31 for 2. We're still in over number 4. And this is probably the longest over so far for this game. And Smith again. Let's hope he finishes this over so we can start the next match. But in he comes again. Smith passes the umpire, bowls. Full pitch delivery, and he hits it in the air. The fielder coming towards it, and he takes the catch. He's out. Hard on the boundary at point. And that's the end of Jackson. And Smith, after all of that, he gets a wicket. And the score is now 31 for 3. 31 for 3. And Taki, they are behind on the run rate. And they are behind on the run rate, and they are losing wickets quickly. So after 3.5 overs, Taki High School, in response to 93 for 2 made in 8 overs by St. Elizabeth Technical High School, they are 31 for 3. They require further 63 runs in 25 deliveries at this time. And if you were to go by the Duckworth Lewis, they would need to be at 42 at this time if things were to change, if the weather changes. But it is Gordon who has been a prolific run scorer for Taki. Gordon, he's the man going out to bat now, and he has his work cut out for him. He's a more orthodox batsman who takes time to play his runs, but this time he'll be required to all guns blazing from the first delivery if his team is to come out victorious. So he will not have the time that he usually have in the 2-day and 1-day matches where he can stay and form his innings. He will have to go all guns blazing at this time if his team is to have a chance. So it's 1 delivery to go, but by what Smith has been doing, let me say 1 legitimate delivery to go for this over. And he has done everything in this over. Wide, wicket, 4, everything. As he comes in now, Smith bowls to Gordon, and he just left it. And it went through to be taken by the keeper. I tell you about him, he's used to his long game. And the score is 31 for 3 at the end of 4 overs. It is 31 for 3 at the end of 4 overs. Taki High School, in response to 93 for 2 made by St. Elizabeth Technical High School. They need 63 runs in 24 deliveries. So Brown is going to continue, and he comes in now, bowls to Gordon, full pitch delivery, hits it in there, and he's out caught. And that's the end of him. He's caught on the 3rd man, caught at 3rd man, and the score is now 31 for 4. 31 for 4. So that's Richardson, and he is out, caught at 3rd man. So it is 31 for 4. 31 for 4. Richardson is out, caught off the bowling of Brown, the first delivery. So at this time, Taki High School, they are 31 for 4 in response to 93 for 2 made by St. Elizabeth Technical High School. That's 31 for 4. They require further 63 runs in 23 deliveries.
So Taki 31 for 4 after 4.1 overs. 31 for 4 in reply to 93 for 2 made by STETHS in their 8th over. Remind you that coming up immediately after this match, Clarendon College will take on St. Jago High School.
Okay, so we are in the 5th over. Taki High School 31 for 4. And the bowler now is Kevin Brown. He has bowled 1.1 overs and he has bowled taken 2 wickets for 3 runs. 2 wickets for 3 runs. Kevin Brown, the destroyer here for St. Elizabeth Technical High School. And he will be bowling to the new batsman who is Tedian Noyan. Tedian Noyan. In comes now, bowls to Noyan. Full pitch delivery and he drives it into the offside and they go through for an easy single. And the score goes up to 32 for 4 and Noyan is now off the mark and it brings Tyson Gordon into strike. And Gordon is not yet off the mark. He'll be facing his second delivery. And remember, he had the last delivery in the previous over. But he'll be facing his second delivery now. And let us see what he does. He's not known for big hitting, but he has the potential to do so. Let's see if he can change gears. As in comes Brown now, bowls to Gordon, full pitch delivery, and he comes forward and drives it nicely into the offside all along the ground, and they get a single. That is his kind of game, so he'll be required to rotate the strike and to allow the bigger hitter to hit the ball, and he's now off the mark, both batsmen on one. That's Noyan and Gordon on one each, 34 for 4. And he comes now, bowls, and Noyan hits it down the outside again, gets a single, and the score goes up to 34. Singles will not help Taki at this time. Singles will not help Taki at this time. Taki will need to get some boundaries, and Brown is bowling quite well. 1.4 overs, no maiden, 6 runs, 2 wickets. And STETHS will be contented to give them the single. As in he comes now, bowls to Gordon, and Gordon hits it down the outside, and it goes towards the boundary. The 3 fielders converge, none can get it, it misses one. He should have done better trying to get to the ball. He did not. And the other 2 fielders, it bisected them, goes into the boundary, 4 runs. And that's a lovely shot there by Gordon. So the score goes up to 5, and the score goes up to 38 for 4 from 4.5 overs. And Taki needs 56 in 19 deliveries. As Brown comes in now, bowls to Gordon, and he hits it down the outside. That's a lovely shot. The fielder comes around, and he stops it. Good stop, and they get a single. That was a lovely shot by Gordon. He's looking real good. And he moves on to 6. The score goes up to 39 for 4 at the end of over number 5. Current run rate 7.80. Required run rate 18.33. We want to welcome the president of ISSA and, of course, the principal of St. Elizabeth Technical High School is in the house, Mr. Keith Wellington, ISSA president and principal of St. Elizabeth Technical High School. Welcome, Mr. Wellington. So it's 39 for 4 of 5 overs, and they need 55 runs in 3 overs or 18 deliveries. So Taki, they're in a spot of bother here. Coming all the way from St. Mary, end up just playing 8 overs. And let us hope that at least they'll bat out the 8 overs. The score is 39 for 4. And it's Binns who will be bowling now when he comes bowls. And it's just punched into the offside and they get an easy single. As Gordon punches it in the offside, they get a single. The score goes up to 40 for 4. We're in over number 6. And at this time, Taki will have to really do some fireworks. They require 19.6 per over. But that's not beyond them. 3 sixes and a single per over is quite in order. As Binns now comes into Noyan. In comes Binns now, bowls. And it's a flighty delivery, hits it in the outside in the air. Going toward the boundary, the fielder comes around. Will he catch it? He slides across and does well fielded, and they get 2 runs. And just to say, singles and 2s will not help Taki at this time. They need some boundaries. Okay, so the score is 42 for 4. Okay, as in comes Binns now. Up to the wicket, bowls to Noyan, short delivery, and he punches it through the offside. I love the shot. The fielder comes around. Let me see. And he fumbles a little bit, and they turn and they come for a second. And that's 2 runs. Little bit of fumbling there on the boundary by the STETHS fielder. Allow them to get a second. So STETHS, they made 93 for 2, and Taki in response All fours, 44 for 4, and we're in over number 6. Income bin ball. He push it just in front of him, and they go through for a quick single. Well taken, well judged single, and the score goes up to 45 for 4. We're in over number 6. 45 for 4 and over number 6. Gordon is on 7, and Noyan is on 7, and Gordon now comes into strike as Bins off spinner. And all the fielders are on the boundary except the third man. He bowls, hits it in the air, it's going towards the fielder, it goes over his head. 6 runs, lovely shot there. And that's a lovely shot by Gordon. And he's not known for big hitting, but he can when he needs to. The score goes up to 51, and that's the 50. That's the 50 for Taki. They move on to 51 for 4, and we're in over number 6. So they just need to hit another 6 in this over, and then 4 in the other, in order to have a chance. But it's 51 for 4. They need 43 runs in 13 deliveries. As Bins comes in now, both gone. Full pitch delivery, and he hits it again, going towards the fielder, and it's a lovely catch taken. He's out, caught on the boundary. A lovely catch there. Came across the fielder, dive, and pick it up. And that is another nail in the coffin of Taki High School, as they are now 51 for 5. At the end of over number 6, they are 51 for 5. The required rate goes up to 21.50, and the score is now 51 for 5. They require 43 runs in 2 overs. It has been done before, and it can be done again. I have my doubt that it will be done today, but sometime in the future.
So Tacky replying to 93 for 2 made by STETHS off their 8 over. They are 51 for 5 at the end of 6 overs. So then 51 for 5. They need a further 42 runs.
43, well.
42 runs to tie and one more 43 to win.
Okay, so the new batsman is the big left-hand pace bowler, Renford. Wake Van Renford. And of course, he is a big cricketer. He plays for the St. Catherine CC, and he plays for Tacky. And it is Terry Bryan who is back, and he comes in now, and he bowls to him, and he swings at it. It's taken a short third man, and the longest time that he had, that's Noyan, he's gone. That was Noyan, he's gone for 7. He is caught at short third man. I think the fielder there seems to be Littleton. He's caught there, and the score goes up to 51 for 6. And I hear somebody in the background asking a question that I will not want to ask on air, but he's asking, will Taki bat out the 8 overs? But let us wait and see. 51 for 6. They need 43 runs off 11 deliveries, a required run rate of 23.45 per over. That is 51 for 6. Taki in response to 93 for 2 made by St. Elizabeth Technical, and that was made in 8 overs. We're now in over number 7, and Taki requires 43 runs in 11 deliveries. And Tyreek Bryan has gotten his first wicket. That's the skipper. Tyreek Bryan taken 1 for 5, 1.1 over. And spinners are doing the job here for St. Elizabeth Technical High School. When T20 just started, person thought spinners wouldn't do well, but they have done so well in T20 cricket. And a gentle breeze blowing across the ground. Lovely day here for cricket. And we are at Manchester High School. The new batsman is Chadwick Vassell. Brian goes to him, full pitch delivery, swings at it, and it goes down to our square. This field, the keeper runs down to backward square, fields, and they only get a single. So the score goes up to 52 for 6, and we're in over number 7. And STETHS seem very comfortable and confident, and even their principal is looking quite relaxed as he feel that they have this one in the bag. He knows, but we have seen stranger things, but I don't think that's going to happen today. Definitely not. As Tyreek Bryan, St. Elizabeth Technical High School captain, he'll be bowling to Renford, the big left-arm pace bowler. And they have most of the fielders on the boundary. We can see Silvera leaning on the fence, quite relaxed. As in comes Brian now, bowls to Renford, full pitch delivery, and he swings, hits it down to long on, where it's fielded by Silvera, and they get a single. I would not encourage them to try for a second, and the score goes up to 53. Of course, we have some clouds up there in the sky, but that's for the second match. I am pretty confident that based on the kind of covers that they have at Manchester High School and the groundsmen that they have, even if we have rain, the next match will be played. So you have nothing to worry about. All right. That's just my prediction. As Brian now comes in and he'll be bowling to Vassal. Short and he's on the back. Oh my goodness, he's bowling. He swings at it and he misses and he's bowled. And the score is now 53 for 7. And my goodness me, it seems to be a procession here by Taki High School as the batsmen seem to be spending the longest time walking to and from the pitch. That's the longest time they spend out there. They don't get much time to see what is happening. And by the time you say who is here, they are gone again. 53 for 7 in response to 93 for 2. That is Taki High School. They require 41 runs in 8 deliveries. 41 runs in 8 deliveries. I might even be tempted to say that STETHS need to get 3 wickets before the next over finishes. But it's 1.2 overs to go, 8 deliveries to go. And Taki, they are now in tatters at 41 runs required in 8 deliveries. And of course, this is this is the young man, that's Vassal. That's a young man. He has many years of cricket in front of him. So we look to the future. As Taki, they are 53 for 7 in response to St. Elizabeth Technical High School, 93 for 2. And so the quiz is, who's going to win this T20 competition this year? I know where my bet is, but I can't say it on air. I'll tell Mr. Wellington later on. So the new batsman is Walker. Let's see if the longest time will be his walking. But in comes skipper Brian, bowls to him. He swings at it, misses it, it beats the keeper, and they go through for a single. Let us wait on the umpire if there's any signal. There's no signal from the umpire, so it's a run. And the score goes up to 55 for 7 with just 1 delivery to go in over number 7. So this game, T8, is coming to an easy end, not much to talk about. As Brian now comes in and bowls to Renford, and he pushes it right in front of him and goes through for a quick single, and the keeper comes and throws at the stump, misses it, and that's the end of over number 7. And Taki High School, they are 55 for 7 at the end of over number 7. They need just about 39 runs to win in 1 over.
So at the end of over number 7, Tacky replying to 93 made by STETHS, or 55 for 7. So 1 over to go, they are 55 for 7.
They need 39 runs in 1 over. It is possible mathematically because we have no ball and free hit and all of that, but realistically, that's just a dream. And if you were to wake up, you realize it's a nightmare. But it is indeed the final over that will be bowled by, you see who's going to bowl. I think it might be Silvera. Yes, it is Silvera. He bowled the first over, went for 13 runs, and the last wicket, of course. Okay. Of course, the last 5 overs, Taki made 37 runs for 6 wickets, and they require now 39 runs in 1 over. And let us see if Silvera can work a miracle to make Taki win. Because the only person that can beat STETHS now is STETHS to beat themselves. As Silvera, very experienced bowler, moves in past the umpire now, and he bowls to Walker, and it's bounces outside the off stump. He swings at it, misses it, goes through to be taken by the keeper. And the keeper is Humario Reed. We're used to bins when keeping, but STETHS have so many resources that they just change around the keepers sometimes. And Bins is out in the field. So the score remains on 56 for 7 of 7.1 overs. They require another 38 runs in 5 deliveries. As Silvera now is coming from the northern end. He started at the southern end. And Of course, my prediction begin to change as the clouds come over and we feel the breeze coming across. But it's still there now. He comes in and goes to Walker and hits it in the air, going towards the fielder. It will bisects two fielders and they get a single. Was in the air for a long time, but it did not carry to any of the fielders. Over the head of one, drops in front of the other, and they get a single. The score goes up to 57 for 7. And you can look on the clouds there. It's ominous. It's coming right over the field. And we hear a little rumbling also. And of course, the persons from St. Jacob and Clarendon, they are a little bit nervous as to what will happen in that second match. But we just have to wait and see, as we have no control over the elements at Silvera. Okay. And I understand that CC has the notion of carrying rain with them wherever they go. So let us hope it doesn't happen today. As Silvera turns now and comes in, bowls to Renford. Short outside the also hits it in the air. It's just in the air and it's the fielder takes the catch. And he's out. My goodness me. That one was so easy. Renford hitting that short delivery in the air. The fielder had all time to take the catch. And it is now 57 for 8. 57 for 8. And they need 37 in 3 deliveries. And the only bet we have now, will St. Elizabeth Technical High School be able to get those 2 wickets before the 8 overs are finished? Anybody want to bet on that? As we see now, Murphy going. The new batsman is Murphy, and he's a tall young man going out to replace the batsman who was just out. So the score is 57 for 8. That's Taki 57 for 8. And they require just 37 runs in 3 deliveries. The score is 57 for 8. 57 for 8. Just to let those who are around, you can tune in to the Cricket Forum and it gives you the score update on a continuous basis. We're encouraging all persons to tune in to the Cricket Forum. Use up your data, use up your Wi-Fi, and of course, give us some likes on the Cricket Forum. Thank you. The new batsman is Murphy. That's Romario Murphy. And he has 3 deliveries to score 37 runs. Let's see how we go about it. As Silvera begins to move in now. Left arm pace bowler up to wicket, bowls, full pitch delivery, and he swings at it. And it goes through to be taken by the keeper. They were thinking of taking a single, but of course the keeper was very quick. And the score remains on 57 for 8. So it's 57 for 8. And Coach Price is still animated, telling his batsman to hit off it because there's some way you can get those 37 in the 2 deliveries. Let us see. So, Silvera moves in now. And he bowls to Murphy. Quick to pull the field, hits it in the air over the fielder, goes towards the boundary. The fielder comes around and he does well. And they get one. They're going through for the second. They change their mind. 2 batsmen at the same end, and he is run out. My goodness me. He's out. Run out. What a way to go. I don't see any batsmen coming. Oh, yes.
I give you 1,000.
One. We need a batsman. Bottom to batsman. Batsman are coming. Okay. It's 9 wicket down. We're on to We're still on here. Okay. So it's 1 wicket to go, and the batsman is taking some time. It is 56 for 9, 1 delivery to go, and the batsman took some time. That's Boyd. Of course, we have a nickname for him, which I'll tell you later. But that's Boyd, the leg spinner from Tacky, and he'll be facing the last delivery of the match. The score is 56 for 9. My bet is still on. Will they be bowled out or will they just lose 9 wickets? Hmm? So it's Boyd will be facing Silvera. And Silvera has come back well. He has bowled 1.5 overs, now made him 14 runs. And he have gotten 1 wicket. The other one was a run out. But his first over was 13 runs. So this has been a very good over by Silvera. Seems he like to bowl at tail enders. As Silvera begin to move in now. Passes them by bowls. Full pitch delivery. Bowling! My goodness me! The stump knocked out of the ground and Taki they are all out for 56. My bet was will they be bowled out before the 8th over? I did not win. They were bowled out in 8 overs. 56 all out. So St. Elizabeth Technical, they have won by 37 runs. Well done by STETHS. So we'll be getting ready now for the next match. One second.